in 2023 elections. 6.1 million votes.
Oh my God! Please,
Barrister, do you think that Atiku has the financial muscle to match the federal government?
Hold on.
To match Tinubu?
I am coming. The financial muscle and then the personality, the person, the crowd behind you. I
disagree.
It is easy for Tinubu to threaten an Obi, but he cannot threaten the North. Okay. Look at what has been played out here in Lagos. At least charity begins at home. The way they have been treating Obidients and Igbos in Lagos, have they been doing that to the North?
Barrister.
The North have told you that if you rig this election, there will be no Nigeria. Will Tinubu want to go that way?
Barrister.
All right.
If a Northerner is not in this election, they will rubbish Obi. They will rubbish Obi.
Barrister, we shouldn't be in a country that a particular ethnic group will be threatening the unity of the nation. We will not allow that.
Hold on.
No, Barrister, you are monopolizing the conversation. You cannot tell me that because of the fact if Obi, the result is rigged against their candidate, there will be no Nigeria. That means all this way that it has been rigging in their favor. The Nigeria
we are talking about removing power from Tinubu.
No, Barrister, you shouldn't just stop at removing power. Who are you bringing? You cannot give. I will even prefer a Tinubu to Atiku.
It's a lie.
No.
I will not.
If Barrister, if you are not concerned about who is going to take the power, that means your own fight for a Tinubu's removal is not genuine, because you can't just remove a devil and replace it with a devil.
No, hold on.
I don't know that you are getting it. You should bring somebody who is better than the person you are bringing in. Obi is better than the person. You can't bring Atiku.
Atiku is a moderate.
And you're even talking about Barrister, you are talking about how many Obedience movement.
How moderate is Atiku? How moderate is Atiku? A Christian student was killed in Sokoto. Atiku made a
deleted. Hold on.
Okay. That was a heated argument between Barrister Darlington and one of the Obidients. So, concerning the statement Wike made that Nigerians should not listen to this opposition coalition, the ADC party, that ADC is here to destabilize Nigeria. Wike telling Nigerians what to do. Can you just imagine that? Like, if Nigeria is a country, Wike and camp supposed to be behind the bar. But because of Nigeria and anyhow, that's why Wike have the audacity to tell Nigerians who to listen to and who not to listen to. You know, calling them mafia. Like between Wike and these people that are in this opposition coalition, ADC, who is mafia. Anyway, so during the analysis of what Wike said, they now started talking about who's supposed to get the presidential ticket of this ADC. You guys know that since they unveiled this opposition coalition, ADC, Barrister Darlington has been saying it consistently that it is better that Atiku take the presidential ticket. Reasons no best to him. Anyway, you guys know that everyone is entitled to his own opinion, which I totally, respectfully disagree with Barrister Darlington in this particular one. Yes, because we cannot say we want to remove Tinubu and we want to bring someone that is even worse than Tinubu, saying that it's only Atiku that can remove Tinubu, it's only Atiku that have the power to not allow Tinubu to manipulate the election. Like, where was Atiku during 2023 election? I thought they said that he won the presidential election. Why did he allow Tinubu to manipulate the election? And what about if the Northerners now support P2B, especially Atiku? Is heaven going to fall? Why is he always all about not? Even this ADC, when he interviewed them, they say, Tinubu is marginalizing the North. This is all about North. Knowing fully well that this is the turn of the South. Like, the South must complete their 8 years. Just as everyone is saying it. Instead of Atiku, let Tinubu continue. Because these people believe that Nigeria belongs to them. And it's quite unfortunate that some people from the South are now saying that it's only Atiku that can take Tinubu out. Like, this is very, very sad. Anyway, let me allow you guys so they can listen and hear everything they discussed in this particular video.
Starting off with Barrister Darlington. Now, Wike did say something. You know, he did say that he referred to the coalition as mafia, and you know that raised a lot of reaction on social media. Nigerians are saying, well, "Who's the mafia here? You who's in one party hobnobbing with another who is supposed to be an opposition party and wanting to unseat a governor and the rest." But let's look at the makeup again, the makeup of ADC. Now, some politicians, some have said those going to the ADC are politicians who have failed or who are fading out. They are the ones going to the ADC. The APC, on the other hand, is taking in governors, more governors. These are current actors in the business, current actors in their states. How would you sum up the activities of both parties now? ADC seems to be coming up strong as an opposition in the absence of the PDP and Labour Party as well. But with the makeup of the individuals, before we talk about who the tickets will go to, with the makeup of the individuals, how would you assess these the opposition now to the APC?
Look, Mr. Moses, if you look at the people that are joining ADC now, in fact, they are making a very big inroad against APC, and that is why APC is G3. Okay. They never believe and they never thought that such caliber of people will join ADC. APC never thought of it, including original members of APC that are joining ADC today. They never believe that it could happen, but it's happening. So this thing is making them G3. That's why they're always talking about ADC, trying to demarcate them, trying to use propaganda. Do they think that Nigerians are foolish? Ali, before you are going to market your party, you will tell us all the good things Nigerians are enjoying from you. Tell us. Wike that is talking, let him tell us those things that will make Nigeria not to look for alternative. They couldn't say that. They are just talking and insulting everybody. I was expecting Wike to tell us that, look, you can see what you have done in 2 years. Then people say, yes, it's true, this party is good, why are we leaving them? But there is nothing they are going to market, nothing. Practically nothing. So why do they think that Nigerians will continue to wait for them? That is the question here. So ADC should not listen to APC and their propaganda. It is over. No matter what they say now, Nigerians have made up their mind. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now Barrister, let me stay with you and let's deepen the conversation around the characters, that are coalescing, to take the APC out. Let's start from the Bolaji Abdullahi himself that is speaking. He started out from the PDP, jumped into the APC when it was convenient for him. Now, he went back to PDP. When he lost out in the APC, now he's in ADC. The very characters that gathered in 2015 that told us that PDP was evil. People like John Oyegun, it's a Pioneer National Chairman. People like Rotimi Amechi, one of the NPDP governors, alongside Bukola Saraki, Sule Lamido, and all of those people. And you look at Nasiru El-Rufai, from PDP to APC. Oyegun said something. Oyegun said, look, that the ADC is the best of PDP and APC put together. Barrister, the best of PDP and APC put together shouldn't that scare Nigerians, because these are the two people, the two parties that ran Nigeria aground in the past 25 years. Now, if you look at all these people that are coming together, in one way or the other, they have fallen out of favor with the current government. So how much trust should Nigerians place on these people? They told us in 2014, 2015 that they were coming to salvage Nigeria. For 8 years, 8 years, all of them were in government. They're deepening the poverty in this country. And simply because they're out of power, they have come back 2 years, just 2 years into this government to tell us, look, we have come back to liberate this country. Barrister, should Nigerians be trusting of these people?
Mr. Okoro, if I follow your line of thought, then the will wouldn't have been invented. People change their mind when they discover that where they are is not good.
Okay, when they are out of where they were.
When they discover that where they are is not good, then they wouldn't have been born again. When a person said, I'm born again, is it not that he had repented from his sins? Okay. He had repented from his old ways. Are you telling me that these people are so hungry? That's why they want to become opposition? No. The thing is that they have seen where Nigeria is going and where Tinubu is taking us.
Before we bring in into this conversation, Barrister, do you think that an El-Rufai, if he had made it to the cabinet of the president, would boldly tell Nigerians that the Tinubu administration has failed?
Baba Ahmed left too.
Left as what?
Left from Tinubu's government as a political advisor.
Hakim
Baba Ahmed, yeah, back here, he left. Is that not true?
Okay.
There is this other person too that left. Look at prominent people in the north who left Tinubu's government because they don't believe in what he's doing.
Okay.
So how do you make of those things?
All right.
The people that came together, they told you that they came to rescue Nigeria, and Nigerians are behind them. If Tinubu have done well, would there be any need for all these things? Tell me.
All right,
so if you begin to say the people that are coming in ADC, they are not good, they are not. The people in APC, are they good?
No, I'm not saying. I was just asking.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
Your question doesn't add up.
Let's bring Dr. Bright Onyemakuka into this conversation. Your thoughts now?
Okay, thank you very much. I'll just go straight to what I want to say. You see, one of those that I don't believe in that the name, when we use political parties to judge, like you say, APC, ADC, PDP, I don't really believe in that. But rather, it is good we put a track to these people. The party does not change them. They are the ones that come to dictate how the party would go. My concern with the ADC at the moment, yes, they've come together, but they really need to prove to us that they are not just the enemies of Tinubu, they are not just against APC, but they want to come and salvage Nigeria. They want to come and rescue Nigeria from whatever quagmire that Nigeria is. And by their action, we would know what they are doing. For me, I believe it's even too early for whatever thing that they are doing in the ADC to be in the open. By now, they should be doing their internal work so that by the time they come, because as it is now, in my own opinion, I still see some sense of confusion among them. They've not been able to come to say, okay, this is our sense of direction, this is what we want to do. If they have come out in the open now, we should be seeing that, oh, this is where they are heading to, this is what Nigerians are expecting for them. We are talking about 2027. It's less than 24 months away. And if they don't know, I'm here to remind them that the moment President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in 2023 or thereabout, he already started talking about 2027, and they're already working towards it. So if there is a party that is coming up to push them out of power to salvage Nigeria, by now they should have put their hands together and have a sense of direction, because those who they want to push out of power, they are desperate. They have the power of incumbency. They can do anything. They are not like Jonathan, who said that the blood of Nigeria, his political ambition, the blood of any Nigerian does not what is a political, what the blood of any Nigerian. These people that we are talking about, those in APC who wants to come back to power in 2027, they are not like good luck Jonathan. They can do anything to get their power. So if ADC has put themselves to say they are the hope for Nigeria, like Barrister Darlington said, those that have come together, because I see some by their track, they betrayed our common interest before now. If they have actually repented, they are experienced, they want to say, okay, let us come and salvage Nigeria. Nigerians should begin to see that sense of direction at this moment. Which, I mean, we are.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Bright. Now, do you align with the thoughts of some that these are spent forces coming together in the APC, ADC, I beg your pardon?
Thank you. You know,
does the APC have a reason to be afraid?
First and foremost, you know, when you feel that you don't have an opposition, you're having a field day in our political arena. You know, whenever you see people coming to challenge the existing administration and status quo, is expected. First and foremost, I want to commend the ADC, regardless of the characters that constitute the coalition party. You know why? The nation was at the verge of drifting towards one-party system before the advent of this intervention of the ADC. We saw the coup d'etat on our democracy in Rivers State. There was a democratic coup on our democracy in Rivers State. Somebody who, without aligning to constitutional provision, the president removed a sitting governor, which the vice president came recently to, throw a jab at that particular. That even the president does not have any right to remove a sitting councillor. So what am I saying? We need an opposition. Whether these are the atrophied, they are, expired politicians. We don't care. But the most important thing is that the intention of this character, the people that have come together, their intention. For instance,
this is concerning. Sorry to interrupt your line of thoughts there, but it's a bit concerning if we shouldn't. I mean, if you're saying that we shouldn't care about the characters that are coming together, but we should care about the fact that there is an opposition and it's not a one-party state. Are we going to have a repeat of what had happened in the past?
Yes, I was actually.
They came with a change mantra, and then Nigeria started groaning afterwards.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make, I was actually driving to that direction.
Please go ahead.
Now we have a government that has been consistently raping our democracy. There is no democracy in Nigeria anymore. Now we have these people coming together. The intention of the coalition is what we are looking at. For instance, the way it's going now, P2B is no longer, you noticed recently that P2B has not been aligning with our coalition because it has already foreseen, an outcome that will not be in his favor. It's like the coalition is good.
I was hoping that we'll get to that conversation much later.
Okay, much later. So what am I saying? The intention, I don't want, their political misdeeds can be forgiven. If they are coming to make an atonement.
They can be forgiven if they are coming to
make atonement. And that atonement is sacrificing their selfish ambitions and saying, let us get it right, regardless of who emerges from the coalition.
All right. So let me stay with you. The fact that, let's even look at the fact that the people that are the arrowheads of this coalition were the ones who also put this particular government into office. Talk about Nasir El-Rufai, talk about Rotimi Amechi, who worked assiduously to put this government into office. And just 2 years down the line, or even less than 2 years down the line, because the issue of coalition, Atiku and co started, making fuss about it, like, even before this administration celebrated its second year in office. Now, don't you think that it is rather too early, for this coalition? Nigerians like the fact that they are serving as a vibrant opposition. But don't you think it is too early for them to give a blanket judgment on this administration that it has failed completely, considering that this administration, some Nigerians also say that, look, they have put a good step forward in trying to reinvent the economy by the hard decisions that they have taken, despite the fact that Nigerians are not reaping the benefit as at this moment. Don't you think that it is too early in the day that they are too forward in trying to say, look, this administration has failed, when they were also part of an administration that ran for 8 years and disappointed Nigerians?
Yeah, the point is very simple. Regardless of how bad their own era was, I think it has never gotten. This is the apogee of a democratic, how will I put it? It's like a democratic inconsistency. Because
do you think Nigerians I'm sorry to
the angle I'm going to is that look at the fact that the National Assembly rubber stamp. At least even when they were there, you could see an iota of democracy.
So between democracy and economy, which one do you think? Do you think that a well-fed Nigerian will be more concerned? An average Nigerian will be more concerned with feeling well, and democratic dividends. Which one? Between economy and democracy, which one do you think that the average Nigerian will prefer?
They work pari passu. You cannot be giving me food, whereas I will not have freedom to move around.
No, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, no, for instance, in Rivers State, there is no kind of economic, sponsorship you can give to the Rivers State people when you have voted for somebody. And the person you voted for, this person, you rely on, you trusted this person. Now the person is removed.
Let's leave Rivers State.
So
if this nation was drifting, towards one-party state, and fuel comes down to 27 naira, it's 7 naira, and you get into a hospital and you get treated, You get into school, children are in school and all of that. Do you think that the average Nigerian will be interested in whether the nation is drifting towards one party state?
But that is not the case here.
No, but assuming.
We assume it's an assumption.
Okay.
Assumptions don't work in Nigeria. This is an assumption. It has never happened. What we are going to see at best is that a situation whereby they will now dominate and start, people will not even, what you are talking about, people will not say it. So it's good for us to have dissenting voices to say, you know what, you are drifting, you are going out of the way.
All right then, Barrister Darlington, let me come back to you now. Now let's talk about the possibility of a ticket going to either one person or the other. All the big wigs in the ADC have indicated interest. Atiku has said, look, I'm interested. Amechi, there are fingers pointing to Amechi being interested as well. There's also the Peter Obi factor that some have said, was basically lured into the party to use his popularity to gather some sort of emotion towards the party. Now, what do you think will play out in the coming days, seeing that none of these people have openly declared their intent? And we had Abdullahi Sule who said, look, everyone can contest. The party wasn't formed for a particular individual. But we're also hearing on one side that some members of the previous executive were given monies by a particular individual.
Now, if you look at today's paper, Hakim Baba Ahmed is telling you that the North have adopted ADC.
The North?
The North. Yeah, the Northern Consultative Forum, which is the North. Yes. He's a big voice in the North. He was one of those that left Tinubu's government. And so that voice, you cannot discountenance what he's saying. Let me tell you a little story. When APC came together in 2013, 2014, Tinubu did all the sped work. In fact, he organized APC. What happened? After doing all those works, he knew he cannot defeat a Jonathan. He knew. That was why he was looking for somebody. And he went to go and fetch a Buhari who had gone on retirement. And what was the reason? He said Buhari is the only person that will defeat Jonathan as at that time. You can see. And did it not work? It worked. So I expect ADC to look inwards too. How will we get victory? That is the first thing they should be asking themselves. Is it by Peter Obi running alone or Atiku running alone? You know it is a no-no. It can never work.
So when you say the North have endorsed ADC, does that concern you in the light of the North being behind Atiku as against being behind a Peter Obi?
Look, there is no separation here. When the North said that they have adopted ADC as a political party to back, and their
what does that mean to you?
And their son is running. Who do you think they will support?
No, you tell me, Barrister.
The North is going to back their own because they don't want to be out of power. Get it right. I don't want people to be pre-verificating. I don't want people to be ambiguous in looking at this.
Barrister, do you think that the North is interested in upsetting the power rotation between
leave that thing, leave that power, whatever.
No, why should we leave it?
Hold on. The plan is to remove power from Tinubu. Leave your North and South rotation.
So if the plan is to remove power from Tinubu, must it go back to the North at this point?
If it is where we get victory, if it is where we are going to succeed, why not? If not, because they have told you they are no longer backing Tinubu, and they have made it clear Tinubu is aware
that they also recognize that power should remain in the South for 8 years.
You are not getting it.
What am I not getting?
What you are telling me is not written. It's not constitutional. I have told you here, I want that nonsense to stop. As far as I'm concerned, it's nonsense.
It's not about what you as an individual want. It's about what Nigerians want.
No. Nigeria no longer want it. It has gone.
Are you speaking for all Nigerians?
I am speaking now because even your North and South permutation, who will help? Mr. Okoro, Are we not supposed to look backwards and say, look, this not it is not helping us? Is that not why we are having problem now? The Tinubu that is in the south, what did he do for the south except the Yoruba people? The north that have been ruling, what is there for the north? This is why I'm saying that this north and south foundation is nonsense. It's not helping us, so we should discard with it.
Okay, now Barrister, Bolaji Abdullahi has said that, look, we have not endorsed any candidate. I want you to land on the fact that, do you think that ADC, like some people argue, that ADC has been coupled together, you know, to foster Atiku's presidential ambition?
Oh my God, look, who is doing the work there now? They have told you that they have not done anything, like they don't have anybody in mind. Is that not enough?
Do you believe him?
Oh,
do you believe them?
Then how can I believe you? No, tell me. You have never believed anything the Atiku camp or Atiku brothers.
We're asking a simple question here.
The simple
your
question.
Thoughts.
No.
The question is, what are your own thoughts?
You are always doubting what is coming out from the
Bolaji Abdullahi.
Why won't I believe him? It's what you said that I will go with.
Fine. That's
as long as they have not come to say, well, okay, even if I want to analyze it now, will I analyze it outside what they told me?
Okay.
So what they said.
So Barrister, when you're analyzing whatever this government tells you, you believe it.
No.
Oh, you believe ADC, but you don't believe ADC.
But hold on. Have they not disappointed you before in their own permutation? Have they disappointed us to say, that was how they changed it the other time? Oh, if you ask me, is it not you people here that changed this thing? Jonathan was in office. It was the Tinubu that gathered them and removed him from office. You are not talking about that.
No, but Barrister, you just said that you don't believe in rotation again.
You said,
so why are you going back to it?
No, I am telling you, it's what you are saying now, but the north and south something.
Which you don't believe
if it is written, hold on, if it is written on gold or cast on stone, why should the Tinubu make sure that Jonathan leaves office when he went to organize the north against Jonathan, who is from the south?
All right, let's thank you very much, Professor Darlington.
Why did you do that?
Let's get thoughts from. Let's go back to Dr. Onyevo Kuka. Now, you did say something, Doctor, that you hope this isn't just enemies of Tinubu. Now, would it matter if removing Tinubu from office equates a better economy? Would it matter? Or, you know, do you think that in itself is a wrong place to start?
Well, removing Tinubu from office is an agenda by maybe, I don't know if that's what ADC stands for, but I know that many persons there are already there because they've already worked together. But I would have expected that these persons who are forming this coalition, before this issue of this coalition came, maybe there are some comments, there are some statements, that there are some actions that they would have taken to say, okay, this is for us to kind of help the country. These are things that we're supposed to do, and because these things are not being done, hence we are coming up with this coalition. But that's not what we have, because that was the approach that Tinubu used against Jonathan. Came up with this change mantra, gathered people, brought it together, they started talking and talking. But I don't see ADC using that approach. In fact, to be candid, I am shocked. I am still surprised, and I'm still watching the caliber of persons that have come together to form this coalition, or in this coalition of ADC. Because I also want to know what is their plan. David Mark has been Senate president. People are being killed in Benue, and I kept wondering what action he has taken in that. Amechi, for example, how he came into office was interesting. He was under PDP for 8 years. After that, he joined the APC, and today now is coming up with ADC. You know, even the Atiku itself, he has run around almost all the political parties. And maybe us here, looking at the coalition, seeing Atiku and Obi in ADC, I'm asking a question that I still want to, if you have answer, you can give it to me. Brought Atiku and Obi together in 2019, separated them in 2023, and now bringing them together again in 2027. These people who are in this coalition, I don't have anything against them, but they need to come out openly and tell Nigerians what is their agenda beyond removing Tinubu from office.
All right, then. Nonso, with with everything playing out, do you think Peter Obi stands a chance in this coalition? Do you align with those that have said, look, he was only used for his popularity?
That's my
position. Will the North align with him? They see him as one to put forward.
My position is that Peter Obi is very smart, smarter than them. That's why you see him, he's not fully in that coalition, because that coalition...
How does that help his political journey if he's not fully with them and he's not fully with LP as well?
He has, following. So he probably has the Obidients movement.
Political party, yes.
It's not a political, but he's actually going to lose them. If he plays a second fiddle, he's following. He has something that we might call court following, the Obidients. They want to follow him. And he cannot just do anything without, first and foremost, knowing the feelings. Because if you go to the social media everywhere, they're there. So Peter Obi was just used. It's very simple. And as a very smart guy, the public traction that, greeted the
Does it concern you? Sorry to butt in. Yes. Does it concern you that his vice presidential candidate during the 2023 election is now aligning with the Abure faction of the Labour Party? Basically, I mean, he was seen, showing some sort of recognition to Abure, whom the court have said really does, should leave office. Does that concern you?
You saw what happened. The guy is actually loyal to Peter Obi. He's a nice guy, gentleman. After the meeting, he had a kind of meeting with the factional president. Then later on, he said something that he's still aligning with Peter Obi. So regardless of the meeting or whatever transpired, he's still saying that he wants to do something to bring Peter Obi back. So he still gives
back to work with who? Nenadi Usman faction or Abure faction? To
reconcile. The reconciliation, we don't know how it's going to turn out. But he said he's going to reconcile the internal wranglings in the party and bring Peter Obi back. And he never presented himself as somebody who wants to steal the show. By running as the president, he acknowledged the fact that Peter Obi is a force to be reckoned with, that you cannot throw him out of that.
Barrister, do you share the same thoughts?
Yeah. I don't. And you know why? The so-called Obidients movement. You remember that just recently they said they should register on social media, wherever, on internet. They want to know how many of them.
Yes.
Up to today, how many? How many do I was thinking that by now you should have seen 20 million.
Maybe Nonso will tell us.
So you want them to be going picking them one after the other?
They will be there.
How many do we have now?
The number. Why did they have them to register?
You can't ascertain the number of Obi, because these are the Obidients
but they were asked to register.
Can you just say? Can you just say?
Do you have the number?
The registration is important.
Yeah, it's not important.
You don't need to know
that is your political capital.
No, you don't need to know our strength.
Okay, so are you trying to discountenance the value
of the Obidient movement?
And then when you say it does not matter.
No, the number, you don't need to register anywhere. Our own is our impact. And it's felt on.
So how do you now know how many people are behind you?
No.
We know.
Excuse me.
That means this thing you are saying is
let Peter Obi come for rally in Lagos. You see them. Let him go to Imo State. You see them across the country. We don't need any data collection to know the Obidients strength.
Let us interrogate this thing properly.
Yes.
You know that election is not what you see in the open. That day will come. Most of these people will not be allowed to vote. We have seen it happen here in Lagos.
Okay, so Barrister, are you saying that? Barrister, are you saying that this are you saying that this Obidient movement asking Obi not to play second fiddle, that they are simply misleading him?
Yes, I think so.
No, because they have not done the online registration.
Not because of that, because they are not looking at the nitty-gritty,
which is
the financing of the election. Because this election is heavily being monetized as I talk to you now. They are taking record of all the polling units. in the whole 774 local government, and how many agents will be in each of them have marked out money for them? Will
Obi came out with the mantra. I know they give shishi, but we saw how he ended up in 2023 election. 6.1 million votes.
Oh my God! Please,
Barrister, do you think that Atiku has the financial muscle to match the federal government?
Hold on,
to match Tinubu.
I am coming. The financial muscle and then the personality, the person, the crowd behind you. I
disagree.
It is easy for Tinubu to threaten an Obi, but he cannot threaten the North. Okay. Look at what has been played out here in Lagos. And charity begins at home. The way they have been treating Obidients and Igbos in Lagos, have they been doing that to the North?
Barrister.
The North have told you that if you rig this election, there will be no Nigeria. Will Tinubu want to go that way?
Barrister.
All right.
If a Northerner is not in this election, they will rubbish Obi.
Barrister, we shouldn't be in a country that a particular ethnic group will be threatening the unity of the nation. We will not allow that.
Hold on.
No, Barrister, you are monopolizing the conversation. You cannot tell me that because of the fact if Obi, the result is rigged against their candidate, there will be no Nigeria. That means all this way that it has been rigging in their favor. The Nigeria
we are talking about removing power from Tinubu.
No,
here.
Barrister, you shouldn't just stop at removing power. Who are you bringing? You cannot give. I will even prefer a Tinubu to Atiku.
It's a lie.
No.
I will not.
If Barrister, if you are not concerned about who is going to take the power, that means your own fight for a Tinubu's removal is not genuine, because you can't just remove a devil and replace it with a devil.
No, hold on.
I don't know where you are getting it. You should bring somebody who is better than the person you are bringing in. Obi is better than the person. You can't bring Atiku.
Atiku is a moderate.
And you're even talking about Barrister. You are talking about how many Obedience movement.
How moderate is Atiku? How moderate is Atiku? A Christian student was killed in Sokoto. Atiku made it.
Hold on.
Deborah was killed in Sokoto.
Hold on. He was not in power. And Obi and Atiku will not tolerate this level of insecurity. You saw what he did when this thing started.
I just gave you an instant.
That instant doesn't add up.
Barrister, somebody has written a tweet condemning a sanguinary massacre of a young lady.
He was not in power. He was threatened. Listen, when Boko Haram started, he said Obasanjo called, what do we do? He now told Obasanjo that they should call the services and give them a matching. You didn't hear that from Atiku, Abi? Why do you not select one side and leave the other side?
This would be a good place to end this conversation. Barrister, thank you very much for your thoughts there. Thank you very much for your thoughts there.
You should not push Obi to go and enter the lion den.
Also to Nonso Imecheta and Dr. Bright Yaneva Kuka. But we'd like you gentlemen to stay. I think we'll have to let...
Welcome to Shamress News TV.